Hi, I'm Josh, a co-founder of Woodland Mills, and this is our full-length product video of the WG24 PRO PTO-driven stump grinder. In these full-length product videos, we'll first talk about tractor compatibility, then I'll go into an in-depth product walk-around to show you all the features that come standard on the WG24 PRO. From there, we'll look at the assembly process, I'll touch on the crate, both size and weight, and then we'll look at how the product gets delivered. Then we're going to take this, put it on a tractor, and show you how to put it to work. For compatibility, the stump grinder was designed to work with tractors having between 15 and 45 PTO horsepower. For the tractor's connection, we have a Category 1 3-point hitch, which is quick hitch compatible, as well as having 2 upper pin locations so you can best match the connection to your tractors. We also include a PTO shaft. Now this is a Category 5S PTO shaft, which is slip clutch protected. It's adjustable in length, and it has a pair of safety chains that are going to keep that outer sheath on it stationary during use for safety. Now the reason we use a slip clutch on our stump grinders is to protect the stump grinder and your tractor from an overloaded condition. The slip clutch is simply going to slip. You're going to be able to slow down and react, allow your tractor to catch up, and resume grinding. The alternative to that would have been shear pin protected. And for that, you would have had to replace the shear pin before you could resume grinding. At the back of the frame here, we have our support legs. Now these legs have 2 positions. They have a storage position that I have it in now. Once the grinder's been hooked up to your tractor and you've lifted into the air, you can then put it in the in-use position, which is going to get them up and out of the way to let us achieve that full 6-inch grinding depth that the WG24 PRO can achieve. The heart of this stump grinder is its flywheel. And for this, we use a 24-inch diameter, 3/4 inch thick solid steel plate. We then take that plate and we CNC machine it, and we weld inserts into it to hold the teeth at various angles before dynamically balancing it for a smooth operation. Now this flywheel holds 34 teeth. These teeth have a tungsten carbide tip. They're sharpenable and replaceable. The flywheel is mounted to a 2-inch diameter main shaft. That shaft is supported by 4-bolt cast iron flange bearings on both the front and the rear of the housing. Now for protection, we've tucked those bearings up inside, and those bearings have a Zerk fitting so they can be greased for maintenance. At the far back, that main shaft is reduced to a 6-spline connector, which is where the PTO shaft connects. And that brings in your tractor's torque and horsepower directly to the stump grinder at the tractor's 540 RPM output. During the stump grinding process, you're going to be generating a lot of both wood chips and debris. And because of that, we have a chip deflector built in. In addition, we have these hanging chains, and that is going to help contain those chips and debris to your work area. Especially important when working on finished spaces like lawns and areas where you need to keep those chips in one spot. Now that we're talking about how to use the stump grinder, I want to talk about a second element, and that is the fact that the entire grinding head has to pivot. Now to facilitate that, we have large pivoting pins with grease fittings for maintenance, both left and right. Those pins pass through these solid steel 1/2-inch thick plates, which then pass right through the rear plate and are welded to the face plate of the back beam to create a unibody structure. From there, we have a 1/2-inch thick plate that brings it back here to the grinding head. Now, to keep control and to let you find that balance between how fast you can grind with your tractor's available horsepower, we use a spring in the Pro Series with an oil-filled damper. And that keeps a steady and consistent pressure on those teeth while you find that pace you can grind through the stump, maximizing the use of your tractor's horsepower. To keep track of the grinder's angle, we've included an indicator with our Pro Series. Now, this is a go and a stop at the top and bottom, but also has a wide working range, and you can clearly see it from the user's position of your tractor. This takes the guesswork out as you're finding that balance between your tractor's horsepower and the amount of stump you can grind in each pass. Our Pro Series includes an onboard chainsaw holder, which is a convenient location to store your chainsaw when you're heading out to cut down trees and grind stumps. The holder includes nylon inserts, which are adjustable, so you can set it up to accommodate your chainsaw bar. This also makes it easy for removing the chainsaw when it's time to grind. On this side, we'll find our manual tube. And in here, we're going to find the hardware required for assembly, as well as the manual showing us that assembly process. Now, the assembly takes about an hour with common hand tools to get it out of the crate and ready for use. And this consists of installing the indicator, the shock, as well as the upper top link, the chip deflector, and the chainsaw holder. The safe operation and use is also covered in the manual, as well as the maintenance procedure. The WG24 PRO has a product weight of 473 pounds. And because we use an iron crate to ship it, it has a shipping weight of 533 pounds. The crate that it ships in is 37 inches wide, 30 inches deep, and 34 inches high. And because of its size and its weight, we're going to ship it on a transport truck with a power tailgate service where available to get it down to the ground for a curbside delivery. Now that we've completed the walk around, I want to get this hooked up to a tractor, get it outside, and really show you how to put it to work. I want to end this video with a bit of a recap and also look at the features on the WG24 Pro that make this a Pro series. So throughout the video, you're going to see how that shock is pushing back on the stump grinder and controlling that pressure on the grinding teeth. You'll see the indicator moving and letting me see what's going on from the user position. You'll also see me using the chainsaw holder. And you'll also see how those chains hanging down from the chip deflector really help control that zone where the chips end up building up. We put the stump grinder through some cedar stumps here on the lawn. We had some cherry stump along the side of the trail. We also hooked it up to 2 different tractors. We had it on the 1025R, which is the John Deere with about 17 PTO horsepower. Then we took it and we put it on a Kubota L3800 with about 32 PTO horsepower. And with that, we put it through that large hemlock stump. We just wanted to show what you can do with the WG24 Pro on the smaller horsepower range and then kind of in that middle range. And obviously, if you have more horsepower, then you'll just be able to go through those stumps a bit faster. I hope you've enjoyed the video. This has been Josh with Woodland Mills. For more information, please check out our website or give us a call. Thanks again for watching.